God is ever ready to fulfill his promises upon your life. If only you can believe and follow God faithfully, you will see his promises upon your life coming to pass. If God has said anything concerning your life and destiny, if God has promised you anything, the assurance is that it must happen, it must come to pass in your life. But your problem will be impatience. Your ability to wait patiently unto the time of God will make the promises of God upon your life not to be hesitated. We make them to come to pass at the appointed time. But your inability to wait patiently unto God will make the promises of God upon your life to be hesitated. Your inability to wait patiently unto God will make the promises of God upon your life not to come to pass at the appointed time. Wait patiently unto the time of God. If there is something I know about God, that thing I know about God is his inability to fail a man. If you are the one who trusts in God with all your heart, there is no way God can fail you. God will never fail you. God will never fail you. Though the promises may tarry, but the assurance is that one day it must happen. Though the assurance is that the promises of God upon your life may tarry. What God has promised you since 5 years ago, it has tarried. What God has promised you since 2 years ago, it has tarried. What God has promised you since 10 years ago, you have not seen them. Wait patiently unto the time of God. One day it must happen. Don't forget a man called Abraham. God promised him a son even when he was young, but the son never came when he was young, but the son came when he was 100 years old. In other words, the promises of God may tarry, but your ability to wait patiently unto the time of God will make the promises of God upon your life to come to pass. Don't question God. Even when the promises is tarrying, God is making ways for you. God is making ways for you. God is preparing you for greater glory. God is preparing you. God is testing you, proving your faithfulness. Your ability to wait unto the time of God will make his promises upon your life to come to pass. Don't forget. Ask great men that followed God. They will tell you, though that it may tarry, though the promises of God may tarry, but the assurance is that it must happen. Follow God as he's leading you. If God is walking in front, follow him from the back. Follow him. Follow him. Follow him. God can never mislead you. God can never fail you. God can never disappoint you. Neither can God deceive you. God is not a man that he should lie. God is a spirit. It's only you that can fail God. God can never fail you. Human beings can fail God, but God can never fail human beings. Remember, if there is something I know about God, it is his inability to fail a man. Hold on to the word of God. Hold on to the promises of God upon your life. The word of God you know, hold it tight. The Bible you have, believe on it. The word of God, the direct promises of God upon your life, the direct instruction of God upon your life and destiny, hold it tight. Hold it tight. Don't joke with it. At an appointed time, all his promises upon your life must surely come to pass. God promised me that he will make me a voice. Though it tarried, but now I am seeing the word of God coming to pass in my life. If only you can wait unto the time of God, unto the appointed time of God, you will see his promises upon your life coming to pass. It will happen as if you are watching film. It may happen as if you are dreaming. When God turned the captivity of Zion, they were like those that dream dreams. Their mouth was filled with laughter. Your mouth will be filled with laughter when God turns your captivity. God can never fail you. What God has promised you, since 10 years ago. Maybe you have not seen it. Now you want to be discouraged. You are asking yourself, does it mean that God can lie? Does it mean that God is playing wayo? No, God cannot play wayo. God cannot do yahoo. God is not a man. God is not a scammer. God is not a yahoo boy. God is not a native doctor. He is neither a witch nor a wizard. God is a spirit. He is a God, and God indeed, unchangeable. God can never fail a man that trusts in him. Wait until the time of God. You will see the promises of God coming to you chronologically, one after the other. It may also happen simultaneously because you waited patiently unto the appointed time of God. Tell people that I said that God cannot fail a man. God bless you.